Yo, what is up, guys? Real Diversity here. We're back with a new another video, a review for My Hero Academia. If you for the episode 67, maybe 66, I can't remember which exact episode we're on now. But anyways, this is a review for that, and then we're also gonna be making a prediction. So that prediction part is gonna be very short. And you may already know why. And uh but yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. But so far, review wise, it pretty much, and this episode's gonna be probably really short. So Midoriya pretty much went to Sir Knight. Sir Knight I'm gonna just say Sir Knight because when I don't know, I just feel like they say Sir Knight, but his name is Sir Knight I. But it's just because I'm watching this sub, so I don't really know what they're saying honestly. But I just read the subtitles. but, Sir Knight I, he in the episode he wanted Midoriya to take and stamp his own paper, which was a test. Not really a test. Well, one, he failed to make him laugh, so instantly, well, we thought I was like, oh well, what's gonna happen now? But later, like 3 seconds later, he was chatting about All Might and stuff like that. So you, as you guys can see there, that's gonna be already be their main connection. And by the way, let me stop here, pause on the video for a second. This is for non manga readers. So if you're just following with the anime, this is videos for you. If you read it with the manga stuff like that, this could be for you. But because we're just reviewing the episode and we're just talking about things like that. But as far as like, I don't read keep up with the manga, so, or manga, however you want to prefer to say it. So we we're not talking about like that. We're talking strictly about the anime and what's going on in there and what we're gonna predict to happen next anime episode. Because as you guys know, mangas and animes don't follow each other to a T, so things could switch up anytime. But usually they follow the same, obviously, story and plot line in the general. I think big events are gonna happen all constantly, but maybe different ways of how they animate it, stuff like that. Because it might be easier to show things and easier to draw things, so they may, it varies a lot, as you guys may already know. So I probably need to elaborate that. But on with the video. Sir Night Eye was testing Midoriya, but not really testing Midoriya because he was gonna, at the end of the episode or at the end of the fight, he said he was gonna snap it anyways. As soon as he knew Midoriya was coming, he already was gonna step him pretty much. So if that's like Midoriya definitely has the golden ticket with All Might right now. And if you look in later in the episode, people who weren't in work studies, it was pretty much half the class. So half the class is not doing a work study. So it really shows you right now, Midoriya for the first time in ever. No, he's always. That's one thing I do want to say, talk real quick about, is Midoriya is constantly at the top no matter what of his class, things like that. So I really enjoy that. And he once again, he never had to really catch up. He catched up and learning how to control his power and stuff like that. But in terms of like everyone else in his class, he was always in pace with them. Even though he just got his quirk, he was always on pace with them in every event and things like that. So shout out to Midoriya for being so him and great. And so he basically, let me think about it. Sir, okay, so he basically, yeah, he's ahead. He has the work study. Everyone else does not, or except the other guy with Dark Shadow is his quirk. Can't remember his name. But he has the number 3 hero Hawk wants to work with him. So that's also pretty interesting to hear. And the big 3 wanted to talk to some of the other class A heroes. So we'll see. We might hear a little bit more about that next episode. Maybe not. Like I said, we'll talk about the predictions soon. But they could be upcoming prediction for one of these episodes. But if you're with the manga, you already know whatever that entails. But as anime watchers, we don't know what's gonna happen with that. So Sir Knight, back to the stamp. So Sir Knight was already gonna accept Midoriya no matter what. Just because he was All Might, he wanted to know or understand why All Might picked him as to be successor. Because he found Mirio. He wanted Mirio to be it. So and as you guys see, they've been having some disagreements, stuff like that. That's why they don't really keep up with each other now. But Sir Knight is a big fan of All Might, so it's is what it is. With that, but they'll probably end up, being cooler close later on for sure. Or they're gonna talk also too, or we're gonna get into predictions, but they're gonna talk a little bit about their history next episode too. But yeah, so but Midoriya, he noticed, he did notice something, that Midoriya wasn't just attacking him blindly. He knows at the end of the fight that Midoriya was intentionally avoiding. So he even though his concentration wasn't thrown off, but his emotions were thrown off by things he was saying to him, things like that. And it's just an emotional situation. If you think about it, if you're trying to attack someone and they know exactly what you're gonna do and make every move, so it didn't matter. It was no possible way for Midoriya to stop get this thing. So he certainly, I knew that probably from the beginning. And honestly, you could say he has an overpowered quirk, but does he? Because he has to. It's a lot. He has to touch you and look you in the eye. But once he does that, once he meets those requirements, he can. And I only got this from that episode, so I don't know exactly the full extent. I could say something wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Touch you and he has to look you directly in the eye. You have to make eye contact, one or two, and he can see your future for, like, I think for the next hour. So he can predict all your moves or see all your moves within the next hour. That's pretty overpowered. But once again, you have to make contact and touch somebody. So, and then, I mean, how do you really, even if you can predict his moves, how do you really beat them? I guess, but I mean, well, you know what everything's gonna do. So maybe you could handcuff somebody, even if they're trying to resist, and it would be like probably as easy as walking or breathing. So yeah, kudos to that quirk. Okay, so moving forward, look at, if this picture on the screen right now does not, if it does not excite you, dude, I don't know what will, because this right now is exactly what we've really been waiting on. Midoriya is finally stepping away from more so the class dynamic, and he's really getting into a more hero role. And if you really think about it, okay, they don't want class A students they don't want class A student or freshmen, first years, let me say it in this side of their culture, first years, they don't want them to do work studies. But in this case, because of the upcoming events, they want heroes to be learning as soon as possible. They want them to be as thoroughbred as possible, in a sense. So here Midoriya is a lucky case, but not really lucky, because he really is chosen, and really they kind of have to really um uh you know build him up pretty much. So they really have to do stuff like this and pit him in work studies, things like that. But anyways, he's now basically finna be doing hero missions probably till he graduates. He probably really, he has his pro license. The other top two people in his class, Todoroki and Bakugo, they don't even have their licenses yet, which obviously was done for a reason to hold them back. Cause they wanted the plot to really focus on Midoriya right now, and really, cause them three have always have been the main story. It was never really just Midoriya. Richie really was him, but it really was really all three of them. Is what we, because they're essentially quote unquote the big. This is my worst. The big three of my class 1A, or really just the first class in general. Everyone that was a freshman pretty much. They're pretty much lead all of those. And Midoriya pretty much is really, they're just gonna culture him right now and just build him up into to be, the number one hero. So it's gonna be really interesting this season. Even though we all know, I know, I don't keep on the manga, but obviously manga readers, you guys can't hold water to save your life. So I know this is gonna be a dark season, and I even know key points of why. But it's gonna be a dark season. But yeah, really excited about this season. This really was supposed to be a short episode because really wasn't too much that went down. But okay. So we're gonna jump into the predictions here. So it's not really no predictions, honestly. If you've seen that episode and you watched the preview, okay. So let me break down for people who may not have watched the preview, and break down for people who've seen the preview. So basically, Overhaul, I think it's his name. I'm pretty sure. Was with the girl. I didn't learn her name yet. Okay. So if I'm at an anime's reader point, you won't know her name anyway. So don't blame me for not knowing her name. But the girl, who's really gonna play a key part later on. And basically, it was almost, you guys should have watched the end of that. all the way through that episode. If you did, you should want to go back and watch it because it actually was almost a continuation. So two things we know for sure: one, Midoriya gave the little girl, back to Overhaul. For some reason, we don't know why yet, but he made a big mistake there. And even I don't know what's gonna happen. So, but obviously, because I don't care with the manga, but I know there was a big mistake even just from watching that, and he really, really messed up. And like on his first pro hero day. So yeah, so that right there is gonna really be probably a real shot to his confidence and just to a lot of things. Like, 'cause one, he's already questioning why, and I think two, they talked about that too. It really is just gonna make him question himself. I think a lot right here during this next episode, or just in it, maybe even just during this season. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of character development, even more so for him, which he already has a lot of, but he's gonna have a lot more of character development. Couldn't get that out. So yeah, real excited for that too, and yeah, and I'm just really happy ready to see Sir Knight and Mirio and Midoriya. I'm just ready to see them all really, hanging out and just being heroes and things, learning Midoriya, learning things like that, and seeing more Mirio and which is how he is as a hero and things like that, which we already pretty much can tell a lot about him. But yeah, uh. Todoroki, we already know Todoroki and Bakugo. That's why we're not gonna focus on them too much because we know they're gonna catch up soon. They're gonna get their licenses, and they're probably gonna. It's gonna be really bad when they go take the test again. It's gonna really be a blowout to the. I guarantee, like they're probably gonna be the only two to walk out with their hero license, probably. But it's gonna be insane when they get to that point. But everything else, yeah, I think they're pretty much. I think that pretty much covers predictions, but mainly, so I want to. It's better to see this for yourself. But we already know what's gonna happen next episode. If you saw the preview for next episode, you 100% know the episode. It's gonna be pretty much Midoriya giving up the girl back to Overhaul. They're gonna be like, "Watch you do that. That was such a bad move, poor judgment." Yada yada yada. Then he's gonna go talk to All Might about Sir Knight. That's pretty much how the next episode is gonna go. And I don't want to dive too deep into past that episode because I really want to just see what plays out there. But so I'm not gonna try to predict too far past that. But that is next episode. 100% sure of exactly. There's no real predictions. It's just exactly what we've been told is gonna happen. So as far as that goes, that's that. I think we covered pretty much the episode. It was a great episode. Learned a lot about Sir Knight Eye, and I think yeah, it's gonna be really exciting to see them all together. Just can't wait. Just not excited for next episode because it just doesn't look too happy. But I'm excited to see everything after that. But as you guys know, it's just not gonna be a fun season 2 mil. So hope we'll get through it. We'll get through it together. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this real diversity. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that episode. If you're ready for this season, if you're really hyped, and subscribe if you're ready for more content. We're also on Call of Duty Modern Warfare right now. We're also on Gears of 5 right now. We're on 2K sometimes. So just go check out those videos. And real diversity, we're out. Peace.